All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. He's got a first down past the 30. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got? Yeah. What you got, Heavy?
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
A one-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of one-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional one-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike. You must be.
To throw on second down. Perkins. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. It was Minkah Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. Yeah.
Check curls. Shoot. You go tight.
Hey, you.
You got tight right there.
Let's go.
On first and 10. Glenn. That's complete to John Ross. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
ready? 90 Wolf. Hey, Haywood. You think you gonna get this? Ready?
Throwing on first down. Glenn, he's going to sling this. And this is taken out at the 5. They will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. George Kittle with touchdown number 8 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Switch out. Watch the safety grip.
Going to give this time to the tailback. He's got a first down past the 30. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line.
Let's go.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Down. 10-2 stop. Hey, Foxtrot.
Second and 11. Now the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 41-yard line. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
That's what I'm talking about.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Hey, exit.
36.
49, check 49. 5.
On first down, Glenn. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Pick it up.
13, Bill. Look at me, zipper. Hey, Alpha.
45. Mike, 45.
On first and 10, Glenn. So left side, it's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Come on, set. 8,
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Glenn. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 42. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Looking to throw. Glenn. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, They said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Ready, set,
Ball on the 42
go.
as they come up 2nd and 10.
Ready.
To throw again. Glenn. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
18 Gator.
Come on now.
On first down, it's Ward. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Pull it together. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
They run it with Ward. And he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Stepping up, he'll try. It's a fumble. But I think the Patriots are going to hang on to the football. They do. They get it back.
Keep playing hard.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
He don't know no better. Get it.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I got you, boy.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Perkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to put it forward. Back towards the receiver.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10.
45. Mike.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
45, Mike, 45. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Hey, check Mike.
Operating from the gun. Glenn. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Go! Hey! High 7! Undercrunch!
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Let's go!
Throwing again. Glenn. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Check 48's the Mike. Check 48.
From the gun, Glenn. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
Check 45's the Mike. All day, baby.
Let's go!
Back to throw. Glenn. That's going to be caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. You know, Charles, season winding down. Time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after here in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
He's going to run for one deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. That's his 14th interception on the season, and that number 14 ties the NFL single-season record.
Held by Dick Night Train Lane. Was that 1952?
52, more than a half-century ago.
And he's with the Rams that season, and believe it or not, it was his rookie year.
Throwing on first down. Glenn. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. John Ross with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well-organized, well-coached, and extremely confident in what they do. Let's go, brother. 2nd and 10. 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 2
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's Ward. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Now a give, right side. It's Ward. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. On third down, Ward. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Wild Bill, Wild Bill. Check, 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 check.
X3, 218, chopper. Hey, Irvin. Hey.
Motion, motion, motion.
45.
To throw again. Glenn. Going for the deep ball. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And the return will stop right around the 25. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Being chased out left. He'll run it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Alpha.
I can't believe they even let you play.
They're going to look to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play call.
Touchdown, Jaguars! In for the score. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point attempt to come here. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get opportunity, you can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Right here. Watch left. Tight end left. Three out.
You ain't going nowhere. Run!
He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Check.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Jags grab it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that.
Check. Fresno.
Ready?
Following the fumble recovery. Glenn. Going down the middle, it's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Operating from the gun. Glenn. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Hey, Delta.
Line 36.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys. Be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Check me out. 45. Mike, 45. Hey, defense, let's move. Check.
Shoot.
Looking to throw. Glenn. Open man is Ross, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
45, Mike, 45. Crunch time, defense.
From the gun on third down. Glenn got a man, it's Ross, complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. John Ross with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
He's going to rifle one deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a pick six there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick six going the other way.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by one more. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation.
And nothing but daylight ahead. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Pats able to cash in for 6. Extra point up and through. And that will shave one more off this lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The road to be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. 25 yards that time. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 2 choke plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Turn up! Kill, turn up!
From the gun, Glenn. He lets this one fly toward the... Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. How about that being his 13th interception of the season, tied for number 2 all-time.
And when someone's having a season that fantastic, wouldn't you think you'd have a scouting report that says, don't throw in his area?
I don't think he's cared about the scouting reports all year.
Yeah, he's found a way to find the football. He's become a true ball magnet.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Hey, box drop. Hustle.
On first down, Glenn. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. From 19 yards away, as his guys continue to pour it on.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining, still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Here's 2nd and 8. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
To throw on 3rd down, Perkins. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a 1st down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. He lost the football. It's loose. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Check, 47.
Following the fumble recovery. Glenn, he's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Topper! Hey! Wahoo!
47's the mic. 47 is the mic. Come on, check four, check four.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Glenn got a man open. It's Ross. They will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. John Ross, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Johnson's got it complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Let's get that ball. Mike, 36.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Looking to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, check, check. 3 down, 3 down. Mike, 36. Mike.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
70, Indy. Go, go. Go.
On 1st and 10. Glenn. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Hey, echo.
Let's get out the field.
Ready?
Back to the air on 2nd down. Glenn. Strap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
Kill, kill, kill.
General West. Smith.
Forty's the mic.
Operating from the gun. Glenn. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw. And some room to work. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Here I come.
They'll run on first down. It's Ward. Oh, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again on the ground, again it's Ward. And he's got room.
Every player I know tends to play the game in his mind before it actually happens. There's no way he thought that at this stage of the game, this would be his first big run like that.
Yeah, but it's got to feel for him like the floodgates open, a sigh of relief. Now we'll see if things can open up for him.
See if it can continue.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down near the 5. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
You ain't doing nothing today. Rock it, rock it. Be driven, be driven.
He'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 40. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
8-3. 36. 5.
2nd and 15. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Jags grab it. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Ready? Tight end left. Tight end left. 4 down. Alert.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
Here we go. 50 plant.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
On the ready.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Danielle Hunter in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. The throw over the middle taken in, and they'll bring him down right around the 13. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 22. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick sixes from the same quarterback in the same game.
and I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those, but truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick sixes in a game? You want to leave them out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed.
Now the ball comes loose, and the Jags grab it. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line.
Ready up.
45 for Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Deep grip.
And they take a knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put